Podcasting offers students the chance to develop certain skills that are not necessarily featured in in-class presentations.
I think podcasts actually give students the opportunity to collaborate and to do a different kind of processing of critical information together.
When Lisa assigned us this project that had us, thinking about a presentation in an entirely different way, because suddenly we didn't have visuals, right? And we just had our voices and what we chose to do with the audio. And that, I think, for a majority of us was a completely new experience, and we had to kind of learn that.
It challenges them to think about questions and how to articulate them for an audience of listeners, and that really, I think, complements whatever you've been doing in writing.
So I was thinking about how could I incorporate an alternative to a research paper that would still get the students interested. Adela Ramos in English showed me this podcast assignment she'd created.
I'm sure that I heard one of my colleagues, Adela Ramos, doing this assignment, and I am sure that I thought, that's an idea to steal. I'm going to take that.
I value community very much, and I value collaboration a lot, and I think one of the values I hope to instill in them is the importance of research. And I reached a kind of limit with what I thought group presentations could do for my students.
Podcasts seem to me to offer the chance for students to do something that would have a longer shelf life. It could be listened to by other constituencies outside our classroom. Doing a podcast as opposed to a presentation gave students a little more incentive to care about the work they were doing.
The podcast, the way that I use it, is designed to stand in between a traditional paper and a traditional group presentation.
Students do research. They write out a kind of outline, but they're working together. So there are lots of things that would happen anywhere in a group project, but is coming together in a particular way in the podcast assignment.
It wasn't just, okay, you do this, and then we'll come together on presentation day. It was like, we are all in this together kind of thing, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have to record together, and you have to edit together, bounce ideas off of each other. It was interactive, I would say. It was a fun, interactive project for me.
Yeah, my podcast assignment began with listening to other podcasts and discussed both the content of those episodes, which aligned with the content we were discussing in class, but also what made a good podcast good. From there, I asked students to form small groups and to choose a topic of interest.
They also have to do some research and then synthesize it in an engaging presentation.
We used the instructional technologies. Audacity was the sound software for recording and editing.
We have some library sessions. I give them some time in class, but it's usually something that they have to manage on their own. And then students share their podcast presentations.
And for everybody thus far, it's been a really incredible, pleasant experience. And I think they surprise themselves in terms of what they produce and what they're able to produce.
And students are usually pretty proud of themselves. They like what they do. I think they have fun in a way that they wouldn't have as much fun in a different kind of group project.
Loved it.
Yeah,
I loved
awesome.
this assignment.
It was really great, yeah.
I loved this assignment. I think it would be pretty cool to at least see how other people would do podcasts for different subjects.
I was surprised. My students didn't complain about having to do a group project. They enjoyed the group aspect of it, and I think that they just found it a different assignment and they liked it.
For other faculty members considering podcasts, I would say just do it. It's a fun assignment. It was, frankly, not an overwhelming assignment from a faculty perspective. I was able to work collaboratively with librarians to deploy this assignment. I could lean on other people's technical expertise.
It's not as difficult as it seems. It actually becomes very easily just an organic part of the semester. And the proof is that most people that have done it once do it again.
changing up the pedagogy in our teaching is really important. And it doesn't mean that we're taking away from our own instruction. In fact, students can learn something different by doing a project like this. So even though I don't personally listen to podcasts, I can see the value of them, and I definitely see the value of them in an educational setting.